If you are considering studying philosophy at A-level, then you're in the right place. Continue watching this video to find out what the subject entails. First of all, let's unpick what philosophy is. Literally, the word philosophy means love of wisdom. It involves grappling with big questions such as, is there a point to life? And if so, what is it? How do we work out what the meaning to life is? What does the word good mean? Is it dictated by a divine being like God? Is good fixed? Is it always the same? So, for example, is it always good to tell the truth? Or does good change depending on the circumstances? So, for instance, is there a time when morally it's okay to lie? Can there be a God if bad things happen? And how do religious people overcome this problem? How can they still believe in a God that allows bad things to happen to innocent people? And what is the mind? Is it the same as the brain, or is it something different? You will explore big questions such as these in a purely secular, that's non-religious setting. You will learn how different thinkers throughout history have engaged with these questions. Socrates is one such thinker. He argued that the unexamined life is not worth living. And so, like the philosophy teachers at Wickersley Sixth Form, he believed that examining big questions is an exciting and worthwhile pursuit. Philosophy is all about reasoning, that's thinking, and logic. There are many different types or branches of philosophy. In this A-level course, you will study 3 different branches: epistemology, metaphysics, and moral philosophy. Epistemology is concerned with knowledge. How do we come to know things? Are we just born with knowledge? Or do we gain knowledge through our senses? Can our senses be trusted to provide us with accurate information? If I was to tell you that I own a red Mini convertible, would you believe me? Or would you need anything to verify that statement as being true? Moral philosophy is concerned with good and bad, right and wrong. You will learn how different thinkers have defined the term good, and consider if it is even possible to define good. You will learn about different theories that have been proposed by thinkers in an attempt to provide humans with a method of carrying out moral actions. So, for example, do humans have a duty to carry out certain actions? Or is it that we should perform actions that result in the most happiness? You will then apply these theories to different ethical dilemmas. For example, is simulated killing wrong within video games? And is eating animals okay? Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that deals with the first principles of things, including abstract concepts such as being, knowing, identity, time and space. Within this topic, you'll look at, does every event have a cause? Is our mind different from our body? Does a God exist? What logical arguments can be provided to both support and reject belief in a divine being? The qualification that you'll be completing is the AQA Philosophy A-Level. You will cover 4 topics across the 2 years. These will be epistemology, moral philosophy, metaphysics of God and metaphysics of mind. You will be assessed via 2 exams at the end of year 13. Both exams are 3 hours long and worth half of your overall A-level grade. Paper 1 looks at the epistemology and moral philosophy topics, whereas Paper 2 looks at metaphysics of God and metaphysics of mind. In these exams, you will be assessed on 2 assessment objectives, one focusing on your knowledge and understanding of philosophical concepts, and the other one looking at your analysis and evaluation skills. How well can you put forward an argument? Within the exam, there are 4 different question types. Here's an example of what an exam paper would look like. The total time would be 3 hours, and it'd be split into 2 sections for each of the topics. You should aim to spend about an hour and a half on each section. And as you can see, we have guided time for how long you should spend on each type of question. Some of the questions will be testing just your knowledge and understanding of philosophical ideas that you have learnt. The longer 25-mark questions are essay-based, and these will be checking your analysis and evaluation. How well can you formulate a debate and argument? Throughout the course, you will develop the skills to effectively answer the different question types so that you are fully prepared for the exams at the end of year 13. What will you gain from studying A-level philosophy? First of all, you'll receive a qualification, an A-level at the end of it. You'll also develop many transferable skills. For instance, you'll learn how to be clear and precise in your thinking and your writing. You'll also engage with complex texts, analysing and evaluating the arguments of others, and constructing and defending your own arguments. All these skills can act as a really good springboard into any further path, be that higher education or many different careers, from journalism, charity work, politics and teaching. The skills that you will develop will be really useful no matter what your future destination is. Hopefully that answered some of the questions that you may have had about A-level philosophy and you still remain interested in studying the course. Should you have any further questions, please get in touch with the course leader by finding out their information on the subject page on the website.